Hi everyone, Dave Woodard here. I just got my shot from my nuclear medicine, so I'm sitting here waiting an hour to go get my PET scan. Um, but this is probably going to be one of the hardest videos that I do, um, that I've done, and it's probably going to be my last one for a little while. I'm tired. I have a lot going on. Getting my PET scan this morning. Going right to the airport, picking up my nephew, and then I'm going back home to get ready for my brother's wake, and then the funeral tomorrow. So I have to deal with my cancer, and I've got 3 appointments on Monday. So things are getting pretty busy, pretty hectic. But as far as the treasure hunt, I know my last video I put out, I made some pretty serious accusations. And the reason being is because I solved the treasure hunt. Okay, folks? Bottom line, doesn't matter what you've been told by Shiloh Old, Jack Stoof, Karl Summer, Cynthia Meacham, K Pro, and Karl Lazars. No matter what they've all said, the bottom line is we all had solves for Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. We all did. Mine was a solve just like everybody else's. So they were all wonderful. They were all our own creation on how we interpreted the books and then where we ended up. And that was our solve. The difference between every single solve, though, even though they're all amazing, there's one that had a final solution. And that solution was finding out where Forrest Fenn's secret was. His secret that was inside the poem. And that's the difference. That's what separates every single solve and solver to the person who really solved this treasure hunt. Now, if you found that secret, which I did, not knowing, I'm going to have to give you kind of a breakdown of how that secret works, but a quick breakdown. I'm not going to go through it. Everything is in my videos right now to show you how the whole treasure hunt worked. And there's a lot of videos, but there's 15 years of creation by Forrest Fenn to create this treasure hunt. So to understand it fully, I put my videos out so everybody could understand it. What the actual secret is, what the actual facts are for the actual solve, which is Thrill of the Chase. The title to the gold is Thrill of the Chase, Superman 1.61. That connection right there, everyday superheroes, that's what this whole treasure hunt was about. Regular superheroes of our daily lives. That's what Forrest Fenn created here. Dedications to Mavericks, to superheroes. The first book, he gave you Hulk, he gave you Thor, he gave you some pretty cool ones, but not a lot of comic book connections hidden. But as far as actual superheroes, you had to really find them and pick them out. Now, the second book, he put out a lot more hidden superheroes. Black Widow, 24 Karat Pied Piper. There's so many from the Golden Age. There's so many superheroes that he hid in here, but there's also heroes that he dedicated these stories to. And the treasure hunt, which is the French soldier that it crossed was so important. That grave marker was Forrest Fenn's secret alone. And now his secret was his own grave marker with a homely girl on it and a superhero. Now, folks may not believe that. It doesn't matter. I've already solved this. And Shiloh Old, Jack Stoof, and Karl Summer know that this has been solved completely by me. So now what we're moving on to is I've had my like goings-ins with Shiloh Old. I've called him out for 3 years. I know what he did, and I'm letting the world know what he did. Now, when I call him out, I look like the bad guy because Shiloh Old is a nice guy, right? But recently there's been new evidence that has come out about the death of Forrest Fenn being very, very shady, and something was wrong. Falsified documents, as usual. I understand they don't want the information out into the public, and now I know why. I know why they haven't responded to anything I've said or done, because they know they're going to lose against me in court. That's the last thing they want. So if they don't respond to me, they don't have to go to court. They can run out whatever time. But my new lawyer let me know that fraud actually starts on the discovery of fraud for the 4-year statute of limitations. So I have another 4 years, but I'm not going to spend my time the next 4 years trying to go after them. That's why I actually hired my lawyer now. I put together a gigantic package of all the clues, the nine clues in the poem, everything answered. It's beautiful. But my lawyer is going to get that today, and he's going to investigate everything, and I'm going to back off because I'm done. I'm going to deal with my cancer. I'm going to spend time with my family while my lawyer gets this ready. But Karl Summer, Shiloh Old, you will be going to court. Now, I say possible death. The only reason I say that, I never expected to even have to say that. But now, the only person that can call fraud is the guy who really solved the treasure hunt. And he's the one that can prove that there was fraud that's gone on in the treasure hunt ending with falsified documents, with lies about Wyoming, with fake pictures. Everybody's wondering what has gone on. I'm the guy that can answer it. I'm the only guy. And, someone said to me, Paul said to me, Dave's a greedy man. And the more I thought about it, he's right. I am greedy. And the reason I am greedy is because 3 years ago, I solved a treasure hunt. 3.5 years ago, actually, 2019, July. I solved the $3 million treasure hunt. And I didn't know who Kent and Esther were. So I waited a little bit, learned about who they were, and investigated more. That I was really right, because I solved it within the first few clues. I didn't solve it the way the poem is completely. I knew I was close, but I found the alternative ending with the Kent and Esther cross, that is canasta, that he melded the thoughts together. That right there, that's Forrest Fenn's secret that he hid in the Rocky Mountains. So I found his secret without fully completing his solve. So for me to have that stolen behind my back was wrong. That's what I've been fighting Shiloh with for 3 years. I've been asking him to come clean on it. He hasn't done it. And now I understand why. Because during that time, when Forrest Fenn was announcing it was found by me, the man from back east, Shiloh's been working up a scheme to hide everything because he was so embarrassed about stealing that. And folks, if those pictures are accurate and there's been falsified documents for the death of Forrest Fenn, I can tell you right now, it's an ugly, ugly thing that I didn't want to get involved. So that's why I was greedy. I was like, I'm gonna deal with the treasure chest and giving out the true information about what really happened to the public without going after them for the murder of Forrest Fenn, which is probably, yes, it's greedy because I'm dealing with my cancer now and it's metastasized. So I'm gone beyond just having my prostate out and then recovering. I'm going into hormone therapy. I'm going into 2 months of radiation treatments. So yes, I'm greedy for my time. I'm greedy for what I deserved 3 years ago, and it was stolen from me. And the whole treasure hunt ending, the amazing superhero connections, was taken from Forrest Fenn also. So we were ripped off. So I'm greedy for my time that I can't get back. All of the information that I've given over the 3 years of investigating this is all factual evidence that builds a case against Shiloh Old stealing that treasure chest and Forrest Fenn not knowing what happened. So the actual death of Forrest Fenn could be murder. Yes. And there's there's two people who are investigating that have looked into it. I haven't looked into that aspect of the treasure hunt because I wanted to know fully, and I can tell you right now, folks, the actual discovery of the actual fraud was the date that I learned that the thrill of the chase was Thrill of the Chase, Superman 1.61. You're looking for Clark Kent on the Forrest Fenn secret cross, looking for Lewis and Clark. Maverick's wife is looking for Lewis and Clark. This actual solve is factual, and I've got the proof to do that. I'm not worried about it. I have everything to give my lawyer, but I don't know how. Maybe I may not be here in 6 months. That's what they're hoping, I'm sure. But you know what? I'm not the bad guy here. I'm not the guy that took the treasure chest, stole it from the guy who had brain damage and found the actual spot, but thought it led to more clues. I didn't have it fully. And if I had, I knew I was going to dig it up when I retired in June of 2020, but a month prior to June 25th, June 6th, the announcement came out that the treasure chest was found. I thought that Forrest Fenn was just announcing it to acknowledge that he knew, hey, you know what? I'm getting tired. I'm getting old. I'm going to announce it from the guy from back east. But the thing was, Forrest Fenn received a anonymous picture from Shiloh to say, hey, it's been found. I want to remain anonymous. But Forrest Fenn knew it was me. And I was in contact with him, sending him emails, letting him know, updating him. Hey, I understand you wanted to get this out in the public. I will deal with a lawyer shortly, but I need some time to decompress. So my emails, now I understand why they came up with so many fake emails with Jack Stoof and Forrest Fenn to have that conversations back and forth. So if any of the information came out about me, they could say it was about Jack Stoof. There's so much that they've covered up, and I understand it's because of the death of Forrest Fenn being so mysterious now. They were trying to protect Shiloh. They were trying, I can understand the family wanting to protect Shiloh. My heart goes out to you. But Forrest Fenn got railroaded and now possibly murdered by Shiloh. So I may talk that way, but I know it has to be proven in a court of law. And I'm pretty sure that with what information comes out, it's going to be proven that Forrest Fenn was taken out by Shiloh. And Shiloh, you know, I never expected to say that. That's why this is the hardest video I've done, to give folks information of what really happened in the treasure hunt. And you maybe, you know, this is speculation. Maybe Forrest Fenn finally found out that it was really you that stole that treasure chest. Right along, he's like, I don't understand why Jack is here. I don't understand this. I'm confused. I'm mad. I'm not going to announce Jack as a finder or solver because Jack is nothing. Doesn't have a solve. Doesn't have anything. But Shiloh, as soon as Forrest Fenn passed away, you were right on the tube saying, yeah, we 100% back Jack. Guaranteed he's the solver, the finder, whatever. But that's on you, Shiloh, to have to answer now. And now, with Forrest Fenn being taken out of the picture, I can almost see him going, I'm going to take care of that guy back east that got screwed over. I'm going to get him the comic books that were in my safe. I'm going to give him the $1 million that was in my safe for him also. Or there's so much that you've hidden from the public, and you hid Forrest Fenn's actual secret that I'm telling. And that's why I have no doubt, as far as the treasure chest, you took it. And you hid everything. You covered up everything. You've committed fraud and now possibly murder. And I hate saying that, but as far as Paul goes, yeah, I'm greedy for my time back, for what was stolen from me, what was stolen from my family, the glory that I'm not going to get. I may not even ever get it while I'm still alive. I don't know that because I'm in the middle of my cancer treatments. The next 4 months are going to be straight out like dealing with the cancer. So I don't have time to put any more videos up. I want to spend time with my family. I'm greedy for that. But I'm also greedy to make sure that I get what was rightfully coming to me in this treasure hunt, that I solved it. But I got screwed over, folks. you may not comprehend it. You may not say, there's no way Shiloh would have did that. But it's going to come out, folks. It is guaranteed. And they know 100% that it's going to come out. So Karl, my recommendation is call the Attorney General. Because the way this is heading down the road, you can try to burn my time out even more. I'm going to show up for court. I'm going to make my statement, but I'm going back home to spend time with my family. And I will prove that I have the actual the solution to Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. The secret that he created that nobody else knew about except for him and I. And you didn't even know about it. So what you've done to me, yeah, I'm greedy. I want my life back. I want my reputation back. I want Forrest Fenn's legacy back, because Forrest Fenn's legacy is about heroes and superheroes. And I'm the last hero in his book that is protecting him for what he created, for what he built, for his dedications to Mavericks, to law enforcement, to military, to doctors, to everybody. It's in my videos, folks. What Forrest Fenn was dedicating to everybody was stolen and taken away from him. And I'm here to bring his legacy back. So I'm his last hero. But you know what, folks? I'm not the only hero now. There's 2 other heroes that I can add to my list. That this is going to grow. I know that the Gardner Fire Department are already on my team. They are all heroes of Forrest Fenn and me, because they believed in me. But now I need the heroes that are ready to stand up for what Forrest Fenn created here, what he built to dedicate to heroes. Because all of those heroes across the world, the military, the law enforcement, the fire department, EMTs, corrections, there's so many heroes across the globe. But Mavericks, I have 2 heroes, 3 heroes that are on my team new heroes that I'm going to call out. One, Greg's Brutal Truth. He actually has so much information to prove that there's false documentation that have gone in, submitted to court from Shiloh Old and Jack Stoof, that it's going to validate everything I've said about the fraudulent ending. So Greg said, anything I need, he's there. He'll give me the information. And he's going to end up sending it to my lawyer, which my lawyer is another hero. He's here defending me for what I've found. And he's here defending Forrest Fenn along with me for what he's built. Because my lawyer right now, that's going to take over whatever is going on, he's a military Air Force pilot, retired. So he's a hero. The last hero I'm going to call out right now is, and you may not think of him as a hero, but Fenn Phantom, the one that posted this information about Forrest Fenn's death, the family may call him out as disgusting because they're protecting a secret that has gone on for 3 years and nobody's known about it. So they're going to call him out. They're going to try to, they can't take him to court. He can't take them to court. Because all he has is some documents that show a possible false, I don't even like saying it, the responsible death of Forrest Fenn from some individual. And from what I've heard, because I've been in contact with Fenn Phantom, and he's willing to give me any documents I need to show that Forrest Fenn's death was something wrongful and disturbing. With wounds on the inside of Forrest Fenn's arms, wounds on his head, wounds on his shoulders, chest, his legs. There's so many discrepancies about Forrest Fenn's passing that it gives motive of Shiloh Old taking out Forrest Fenn to protect the secret. Because I can tell you right now, folks, Forrest Fenn did not lie to anybody. He was misled, he was railroaded, and so was I. So the first hero, Greg's Brutal Truth. The second hero, my lawyer. The third hero is Fenn Phantom. And, I've actually talked to Shy Guy also. I asked Shy Guy about joining me. He doesn't want to join me. He believes in his solve. That's fine. Shy Guy eventually will be a hero also for what he's put out for information. But Fenn Phantom and Greg's Brutal Truth fighting for Forrest Fenns. They're protecting Forrest Fenns. They're one of his heroes. They're both heroes of Forrest Fenn now. So there's a group starting. All the other vloggers, they've been paid off. They get paid for their videos. They're not giving you true information. And Karl and K-Pro, you should be ashamed of yourselves because I sent you guys so many messages that you are protecting fraud. And now you're probably protecting murder if all this information is proven truth. But the payoff, folks, how many of you got that many coins like Karl and K-Pro got? I've taken pictures of their payoff. Like I said, they've got paid off to promote the narrative of Shiloh Old and Jack Stoof's fraud. They've been paid off with tons of coins that are my coins. And they probably get the money from it, from the comic books, the Superman 1 that Forrest Fenn had in his vault for me about this treasure hunt. You may not realize how involved Superman is until you start watching the videos. And the more you learn, the more you will see. This is Forrest Fenn's 15 years. I'm not going to be able to put it all into one video. Not 15 years. If you folks can't see that, then that's sad. You need to watch the videos to understand, or you can wait until court. But all of my information is given out in my videos for the actual true solve of Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. And now the 8.25 miles north of Santa Fe is north of Eagle's Nest. 8.3 miles is from Eagle's Nest to the treasure, folks. That's absolute fact. And I've got other pictures of actual geographical locations that line up throughout the whole poems. And if you haven't watched it, then it's a shame for Forrest Fenn. But the actual truth is out, so they know they're going to lose in court. Now, I have to step up because I said I'm here for Forrest Fenn. I'm the one that's going to defend him from his wrongful death. And I have to. I just wanted my time and let these guys handle that. But they can't because they didn't solve the treasure hunt. The guy who solved the treasure hunt has to step forward to protect Forrest Fenn and the way that he passed away. So what I believe is Shiloh Old, somehow Forrest Fenn learned Shiloh Old is the one that actually screwed him over. And maybe he was trying to take you out, Shiloh. You can claim self-defense. I don't know the route you're going to take, but I can tell you this right now. If any of those documents are fraudulent, you are going down for the death of Forrest Fenn, your own grandfather, just to protect your own ass about this treasure hunt ending. And it's a shame because I look back at my videos and I reached out to you guys. I reached out to Forrest Fenn and you saw all these videos, all of these messages that I sent to Forrest Fenn to say, hey, I understand. I solved it and you want the information out to put closure to everybody, probably because Michael Sexton's death. And that's where everything got screwed up. Shiloh knew he was going to get in trouble for Michael Sexton. He knew he was going to get in trouble for stealing my treasure chest. And he knew at the end he was going to get in trouble for taking out Forrest Fenn. So that's why there's so many false documents, and the family tried to protect what Shiloh Old did in the end. And I feel bad. My heart goes out to the family. I had my run-ins back and forth. We bickered back and forth, but I thought I was just going for the treasure chest. I never expected to be here representing Forrest Fenn for the wrongful death of how Forrest Fenn passed away. So, folks, this is a hard video to do, and it's hard to step up, but I'm at a point in my life where they stole 3 years of my life to try to bring back the legacy of Forrest Fenn and try to bring back my legacy as respectable. A 20-year law enforcement. I'm not here lying. I'm here trying to get my information out, but I'm dealing with my health concerns right now and my family. So I'm done. I'm so done with the scabs that Shiloh Old is hired to protect his own narrative, which is K-Pro and Karl. And I'm not going to do it anymore. So, folks, I'm going to take Shiloh Old to court for the wrongful death of Forrest Fenn. at the end of the treasure hunt, the 3 months after, because of this fraud that's gone on, and now there's probably murder. But whatever happens, I'm not the bad guy. I was a regular solver, just like everyone else that went out, the 500,000 people. But I found Forrest Fenn's secret and didn't know completely it was his secret. So that's where things went astray or screwed up. I didn't know I found Forrest Fenn's secret. I knew I found something really, really important. And Sasha Dent, you knew that too. You knew somebody found something like was really, really, really close to the treasure. So for me to get screwed, I'm here to stand up for myself, and I'm here to stand up for Forrest Fenn. So you can call me greedy, but I've been screwed for 3 years and harassed for 3 years, and I didn't deserve it. I'm the guy that solved it, and I wasn't 100% positive. So do you break the law and dig, or do you try to figure out more evidence before you retire in half a year? And you're not going to be breaking the law by law enforcement digging in a state park. I'm just another searcher. So for me, waiting, I shouldn't have got screwed over. But I'm here for Forrest Fenn. I'm here for the 500,000 searchers. I'm here for the rest of the world to know this hero, this war hero, Forrest Fenn, what he created and gave to the world to search for. Paul, you can call me whatever you want. I'm the guy that gets screwed over. So I'm not a bad guy. I'm the good guy that tried to do it the right way. And I was keeping Forrest Fenn updated after I figured he wanted to announce that it was found, but he didn't. He thought I came forward to announce that I found it. So we were screwed over. So anybody that wants to get behind Forrest Fenn and be one of his heroes and one of my heroes, because I am the last hero in Forrest Fenn's life, and everybody else can join me in that fight for what he created about superheroes. So I thank you all, and I wish everybody well, and I'm hoping that my cancer stuff goes well so that I can enjoy seeing this come to fruition. And it's not to throw the family under the bus, but they are there. They put themselves under that bus, not me. I'm the guy that's going to show the proof. So thank you very much, everybody. Have yourselves a great day. And at some point, I'll keep you posted. But don't expect me to answer a lot of the questions, especially from the people I know that are scabs out there that Shiloh hired. Me going against him for Forrest Fenn's death is what's going to change this turning point. And people are going to know the actual truth. So thank you, folks. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.